Alright, so everybody who's seeing this interview, I hope you got what I see when I look at the power of these individuals. Shout out to their team, Streets for Life. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but more importantly, for this interview, give them your social medias and how they get in contact with you.
Dot Bundini, DOTBUNDINI, Instagram, Twitter, Steve Williams on Facebook, email, LinkedIn, Dot Bundini. Like, it's all the same, man. It's DOTBUNDINI. The Regime website will be up soon, probably the first week in January. So it'll be the Regime. We dropping the first project, our first dual project together. You know what I'm saying? Volume 1. So.
As for me, you can find me on Instagram at E_Pichet. So that's E_PICHE. Facebook, Ebony Pichet. Email is epichet232@gmail.com.
Alright, you want to give shout outs to your team in particular?
Definitely. Shout outs to Gail, shout outs to Jones, D Bridges, Chops, the whole Streets for Life family. Shout outs to everybody that rock with us, man.
Yeah, Rule Gang, Al Jacobs, Black World Films, man. We rocking, man. 2019, we trying to put out a project on you every 3 fucking months, man. Mm-hmm. Every 3 months we dropping something, so.
Alright. Well, as you know, I don't like to ask fluff questions. This is my rebuttal for everybody who watches and everything. I don't ask fluff questions, but I like to ask questions that give insight of the MC to the viewer, so you know who you're dealing with, what you're dealing with, and the passion behind what influenced you to be who you are. You got some of yours. We're going to ask some different questions to you, though, okay? So, we know about Scarface and all that, but I'm going to ask questions again so people seeing this for the first time, they get an idea, okay? So, the both of you can go answer, alternate. What artist impacted you the most in hip-hop culture? Doesn't have to be an MC. It's an artist. Anybody in hip-hop culture.
That impacted me the most in hip-hop culture? KRS-One was the first person that I ever heard spit. Where Love's Gonna Get You, that song was just dynamic to me. Like, that drove me to want to do hip-hop. Once I got into, music and rapping, I found the legendary Scarface, and it was like, wow, I was blown away. So, I have to credit KRS-One for being the one that I first heard spit. Oh, and also there was a local group I went to school with called Skilled Assassins. Rest in peace to my man Ra, he just passed away, Billy Rhodes. They had a group. They introduced me to rap itself, hip hop itself, and in Ms. Middlesbrough's class. And from there, my hip hop journey started. So, but Scarface ultimately was the driving factor. You know what I'm saying? That made me, that molded my style. You know what I mean?
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill, okay.
Lauryn Hill, I don't want to say compare myself to her on so many levels. She opened me up as an artist just from watching her and her journey. Being that girl from Newark who was talented beyond measure. And she took something and she did something with it. So even as a youngster, you know what I mean? This comes from somebody that I was born in 91. So the 90s, I'm talking about, I was young listening to her, but I could take it back to like people like Stephanie Mills or Rakim and all, like music-wise, I can go back to before your parents was born. You get what I'm saying? But when it comes down to the one person that I feel I can relate to, when I need advice musically, no, she can't give it to me on a personal level, but I listen to some of her projects. I go and I look at some of her interviews because I can understand her from a singing aspect. I can understand her from a rapping aspect. She's that little girl from Jersey like I am, that little girl from Newark like I am, and something about her spirit, something about even down to what she speaks about in her music just makes me want to do this. Okay. And it gives me something to look forward to. So I'll forever in all my interviews pay homage to her.
Okay. Individually, what is the greatest hip-hop beat of all time? Meaning, the beat that you wish you could have spit on first before the artist came out with it?
Soundboy Burial by Smith and Wesson.
Okay. That's a hard one. That's a hard one.
That shit is the illest. Soundboy Burial was the illest. For real.
What is that? I'm not gonna lie, I like that Mobb Deep Quiet Storm beat.
The original?
Oh my god.
Okay. That is a hard
I'm
one.
in love with that beat.
It's a hard one.
I'm in love with it.
Okay. To be an MC means to stand out. And in today's hip hop, everybody's best friends, which is, to me, it's alright. But I used to love to hear a guest star on a song. Because sometimes a person's guest 16 can take over a song where the original artist just looks like, you know? So, what is the hardest guest 16 of all time?
The hardest guest 16?
The one your favorite, the best, whatever.
Shit. Go ahead, E. You answer that. Bring it back to me.
You got me slipping over there.
The hardest guest
Guest
16
16
on the joint. I think that joint that Cannabis was on when he was, I can't think of the name of this.
Lost Boys, Beast of the Feast from the East?
When he said something about he had more lines than the African herd of zebras.
That sounds like Beast from the East. Yeah. I could be
Jesus
wrong,
Christ.
but yeah, that's...
He bodied that shit.
Yeah.
Up to date though, now, right now, and this time, that whole verse
On Meek Mill.
that
Oh
whole
my God.
verse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh my.
Okay.
Or the first time I felt that, I'll take it back a couple of years ago when Jay-Z came out with the Blueprint album and Renegade was on it and Eminem.
Everybody said
My
that.
God.
That's
Because
amazing.
nobody expected that. And Eminem just came out from the door.
There's a
busting
story
ass.
behind that. I gotta do the story behind that. Because that's... Alright. That's
Yeah, he did body that.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at the lyrics.
Right.
The way he was right, he
I'm in
hugged
no
it.
position to talk to these kids and they listen. Like, he just rolled the whole beat and did what Eminem do.
I gotta tell y'all the story behind that. Everybody says that though. Okay, cool. That's what's up. The next one I want to ask you is the remix is one of the lost arts of hip hop, where people will have a song and change the beat, or add other people on the track to make the original track a new track. What is the best remix of all time?
Best remix of all
Probably
time.
gonna be something Bad Boy because they the remix song.
What's the name? What's that shit with the DMX remix?
24 Hours Lit?
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
the Mace joint.
yeah,
DMX, The Locks, and Mace.
yeah.
Okay.
That joint was hard.
It's a classic.
So if I had 24 hours to live, I'll probably die on the 5th.
I think.
Favorite verse
I
though.
don't say anything Bad Boy. Like, they don't
Just
do
anything
some,
Bad Boy?
There was some remixing motherfuckers back in their
So
time.
you
yo.
got Flavor in Your Ear remix. You got Special
Yeah,
Delivery
you see what I'm saying?
remix,
That's why I can't pick one.
112
Like,
remix.
Yeah,
it's
they
like-
was.
Okay.
I mean, they held down the 90s with
That
the
one with
remix game. They
the
really
what was
did.
the one with 112 with when
Mason
Biggie was on the remix?
That's-
Jesus,
yeah,
the notorious Jesus with the
I forgot the name of
Jesus.
that
Yeah, I
song.
don't even remember
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
We just chilling,
Yeah,
feeling
that was a
top,
classic.
feeling- Yeah, oh
Even
my
told
God.
Can't You See? That was a remix.
Oh
So,
my,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Bad Boy.
Yeah.
They had their moment where if it was a remix, you wanted it done by Bad Boy. So
Okay.
so Def had their little turn at one point, but Bad Boy had a
Had
long
it.
run with that remix thing. Like
Okay.
Diddy was the king of that.
Okay.
Or
So this is where I change it and give y'all something in particular, each one. Dot. Here's something I want to ask you that. It's the same question for both of you, but it's individual. If you had one track where you could have your dream beat and dream lineup, what would it be?
Dream Beat.
Who would make the dream beat and what would be your dream lineup? Deron,
Would
with
be
you.
it probably would be a DJ Premier beat. Me, Scarface, Styles P, and really dance from MOP on it.
That would be crazy. Okay, that's an interesting, introspective track. Trisha, how about yourself?
I'm gonna jump out the window and say, as crazy as his ass is, give me a Kanye beat. Give me something like that. And let's jump out the window. Give me Hove on this track with me, right? Give me Kendrick, because I want to bring a couple of different flows. I'm gonna take Wayne crazy ass. Let me see. And my boy Black.
Okay. That's
so that it's a couple of different flows, and everybody's challenged to just bring their own flow to that one particular beat. And because it's a Kanye beat, it's gonna be out of this world. So now you gotta figure out how the hell you're gonna ride this beat but sound different from each and every other person that's on the track.
Word.
Okay. Last question. What's the perfect song?
The perfect song? The Government.
That's your track. Okay, there you go. All right. They ain't hear it yet. So.
The perfect song that's already been out. Perfect song.
The Government. That's your answer. You
don't change that.
Yeah, that's it. So everybody looking at the video. Everybody looking at the video. Look out for the regime coming in 2019. The Government. You already heard it. That's a classic right there. And we're gonna make sure y'all get it on Heritage Hip Hop. We want to say peace and thank you for watching.
Peace.
Rule number 1, thou shalt not snitch on your man. Yo. They took my colors for weakness. Said fuck me on some freak shit. Made decisions on my behalf. Crossed on me like I'm Jesus. I ain't never been a housebroken nigga. I ain't built for the leashes. I'm in the mud like leeches. I move low like leakage. Slow motion on photos. Rain bands on toe lotion. Nigga beating with no lotion. Or get it shaking like convulsions. You say your life is a movie. Show me some shit that I ain't seen. We ain't come from the same man. We ain't sharing the same dream. The plan A is dick right. You gon' need your plan B. Either that or his hands free. That ain't never been an option. Jesus peace to a Nazi. Blood diamond to the posse. Obama and Gaddafi. Y'all cruising in the Nazi. I heard you always been a big clown. They should call you Pavarotti. When opportunity knocks, we serve vote through the mail slide. Call me Dot, Bundini, Obi-Wan, Obadiah, Deep Rooted, Bonsai, Miyagi, Okinawa. Got no time for a 9 to 5. I just need me another lick. Getting tired of her bullshit. I just need me another bitch. Her 10 ain't dropped yet. I just need me another hit. I can't live from check to check. I just need me another brick. Another brick. Another brick. I just need me another brick. Big blood got 4 doses. Let me lean on some other shit. We ain't trying to let the fire die. We gon' always keep it lit. Keep it lit. Keep it lit. It's the regime, the government. Fuck a rookie, I'm a legend. Just be honest about my presence. Just to meet me is a blessing. Have a ball when I rap them. Cheat code, no cheat. I'm talking neat like freak. I'm talking freak like leak. 7 days, she weak. Spin a band just to get it back. Pay to speak, fuck the chitter chat. Skater bands in a backpack. Beam aiming at your dad hat. Bag them up, then we serve them. Kill spray when we purge them. Listen up, this is urgent. Niggas snakes, niggas serpents. Got called with the game plan. We gon' pull up on your main man. Choice of words made him hangman. All that was a fake damn. Bundy's wear proof bomb. Me, I'm jazzy in the Utah. Shit poetic like a haiku. Say the shit that niggas try to. Drive up to a drive-by. Drive through like it's 5 guys. 30 million my sister? Yeah, nigga, I am high. Clown niggas give them high-highs. My niggas give them high-fives. Album ain't even dropped yet. In the regime, in your top 5. Got no time for a 9 to 5. I just need me another lick. Getting tired of her bullshit. I just need me another bitch. Her 10 ain't dropped yet. I just need me another hit. I can't live from check to check. I just need me another brick. Another brick. Another brick. I just need me another brick. Big cup got 4 doses. Let me lean on some other shit. We ain't trying to let the fire die. We gon' always keep it lit. Keep it lit. Keep it lit. It's the regime, the government.
Got no time for a 9 to 5. I just need me another lick. Getting tired of her bullshit. I just need me another bitch. Spurt 10 ain't I just need me another hit.